G'day guys, it's John from the Productive Garden, and today we're visiting a place called Glenmore House, which is a garden around a residential house where they've got a focus on kitchen gardening and producing as much food as they can for them to cook in their kitchen. So let's go have a look around. Got an unusual fruit here, I'm not sure what it is, but you'll be able to see it's in a big tree. That yellow one was ripe, and they're in green as well when they're not ripe. I'll have to find out what that is. Interesting archway feature here. I'll show you the arch from out in the distance. So we've got an archway there, and what is actually growing over there is an apple tree, and the way they've grown it in an espalier style. You can see this espalier style here, and then over the arches what they're slowly doing is growing the branches up over the arch. And I'd imagine this apple on this side, as they get it growing up, that they will probably do the same thing. Either that or continue this branch on its way over. So it's a very interesting. Basically what they're doing is they're turning apple trees into a climbing plant, which looks very, very effective. You can see there's another one here going up over the arch. Very interesting use of an apple tree, I like it. And again, saves a whole lot of space. You can grow an apple tree in a flat space instead of growing it in a big circular space. Espalier is definitely a way to get fruit trees. If you're limited in space, it's a way to get fruit trees into your garden without taking up a whole lot of valuable space for other plants. So there you go, a very interesting way to grow apple trees. Okay, and here we've got part of their vegetable garden here. So we can see that they've got what looks like asparagus there. There's still some tomatoes hanging on now, with some what looks like rocket, some onions, rosemary, other herbs, chives, and some mustard plant there, some basil over there in the distance. Got lots of stuff around the place. Got some raspberries. So kale, some more basil, tomatoes, asparagus. Looks like some sort of parsley perhaps, or parsnips. A grapevine. Or something, no, not a grapevine. It looks like some sort of apple or something done in espalier. Stone fruit in espalier. Some pineapple sage by the looks of it. Nasturtiums. All sorts of stuff. Strawberries. Sage. Looks like another apple or something done in espalier. lots of fruit trees. A good way of saving space here is to grow your fruit trees and other nut trees and stuff in an espalier style. That way you just grow them in one flat surface rather than taking up a big 3 or 4 metre circle. Different types of lettuce, some more kale, silver beet, some celeriac, more asparagus, and I think they're broad beans. So the vegetable garden here is actually grown in 2 parts. We've got this part here, we've got archway in the middle, that separates the 2 parts, and this part is a more of a guild planting, a permaculture type planting where plants are planted in mixed groups, not in nice straight rows. And the people here seem to think that that works really well, reduces the pest attack on plants and that sort of thing. And this half here is, as you can see, more the traditional method of planting in rows, planting the single plants in rows. So there you can see the celeriac there. I think they're snap peas that they've got grown there, rows of lettuce and that sort of thing. So obviously if you've got one type of plant planted in rows and you get a pest for that type of plant, then it's just going to go through the rows. Where if we turn around and look at the permaculture or guild style of planting, they might get one plant, but then they've got to go looking around for the other plant. And there's a lot more companion planting and that sort of thing as well to reduce pest attack and make things a lot more healthy. So that's the way they've set out their veggie garden here. Here's another part of their garden, looks like a lot of their citrus here. Citrus and looks like comfrey or something like that. Don't know what that red plant is there. Yes, it's definitely a cottage and a permaculture type design there. There's chickens there. A nice little outlook, you can see them in there. And I wonder if they get the chance to come out and scratch around this garden every now and then. No access. And as well as being quite a productive garden, it's also a pretty garden with nice places to sit and relax. Old shed there, which I think they call the dairy or the barn. Lots of old buildings on this property here. It's very nice. Okay, this here is part of the Perennial vegetable garden, where there's a bit of a cold frame there for propagating. Looks like some broad beans. So there's a bit of a mix here. There's also tomato plants as well, but this is where they've got some citrus trees. Got some zucchini, looks like, down there, but also perennial things like rhubarb, potatoes, which aren't perennial but require a lot of room. And things like asparagus and those sorts of things are down here. Still some more fruit trees, and also this is the area where they make their compost. So they've got their it looks like a worm farm there, some compost bins, and they've also got like areas where they do their compost piles down here in their little bays. So you can see, if I zoom there, you can see the top of the compost pile just poking through the wood there. So obviously with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 compost bays, they make quite a bit of compost here for their garden. And also this looks like it's ginger, yep. So they've got ginger here as well. So they obviously use that in their cooking. Here we've got more fruit trees, looks like a peach tree at the end of its season, and we've got olive trees as well. We've got about a dozen olive trees here, and a fig tree, 2 fig trees there. Actually 4 fig trees as you walk along. There's more and more fruit trees. Obviously some of them have to be protected from the birds, so hence the netting and things like that. So there you go, that's a look at Glenmore House here. It certainly is a very productive garden they've got, and also a very pretty garden with lots of beautiful little places to relax. So that's it today from theproductivegarden.com, and we'll see you next time. Bye.